Want to do a short interview with you about you being a coach of the KES basketball team.
Coach, yeah, that's one of my hats. Yeah, let me put that hat on.
Okay, so the first question is, what is your philosophy of coaching?
Okay, philosophy of coaching for me is always centered on the athlete's character. That's where I like to start. And character involves how hard they're willing to work, how open they are to learning new techniques, new skills, and whether they see the big picture in terms of how fitness is related to their sport and how good eating is related to their sport and that sort of thing. So to me, if you get the character developed, you get a lot of extra things with it, and so I like to look for and develop character first.
Whole thing, the reason why I coach basketball is that it's all about life. You know, everything that happens on a basketball court can be translated into life. The problems that you have on a basketball court, you know, you have problems in life. Overcoming those problems on a basketball court leads you to help overcome problems that you have in your life. Work ethic, you know, preparing for what you're about to do, dealing with negativity, you know, when you lose a game or when you know, your shot doesn't go in or you don't feel good about yourself and you want to just hang your head and cry. Well, all of these things happen in basketball. And you know what? They happen in life too. So the learning that happens on a basketball court, and it's just a game, right? So it's not a big deal, right? Even though it affects us tremendously, the learning that takes place helps us prepare for the real big deals that happen in the court of life. So very active. Now, I don't think that every coach has to do this, but I like to use my voice as much as possible in a game because we are allowed to use our voices. For example, if I had a team or my class was writing an exam, provincial exam, and the province said, you know what, you're allowed to teach your kids during the exam. Would I sit there and be silent, or would I teach my kids? Of course I would do whatever I was allowed to do. So I'm allowed to coach, I'm allowed to teach them, I'm allowed to give them tips during the game, so I try to do so with my voice during the game, while the game is happening, you know, during timeouts, at the halftime, after the game. It's all about, you know, doing your best to help the team. I can't go out and play, I can't go out and shoot the ball, but I can help people position, I can help people understand the game as it's going. So I definitely like to use my voice during the game.
Where to be, what to do. And I will say this, I used to shout a lot more, and there are long periods when I don't say anything and let the players figure it out. But there are times where I like to use keywords or just key phrases to remind players. And I'll say something like, you know, get back on defense, or a little phrase like that, or just get back, just to remind them that that's fundamentally what we're looking for. We like to be a defense first team. I try not to talk too much about, you know, narrate all the plays and tell people to cut this way and cut that way. And I would do a timeout if I wanted to say something longer. But usually it's that way. And sometimes it's just, you know, I want to applaud a good move, so I'll just say, hey, that was a great play, and you know, yell that out as well.
Our goal always is to take a team that doesn't know much and to get them to know more. Okay, that's always the goal. Where that takes us, doesn't matter, as long as we're learning. Of course, we all want to win, but we have to go from here and learn and develop our games. The more you build, the more you have in your toolbox, and the more exciting basketball becomes. So it's a lot of work at the beginning of the season, but then as you achieve those goals, those individual little goals, the big picture takes care of itself, and it's really exciting. basketball because it's so directly related to the things that happen in our daily lives. If basketball was just about putting a ball in a net more times than the other team, I wouldn't care about it so much. But because of all of those things that I just mentioned, I love coaching basketball.
Captain is to properly help his teammates in order for them to get better, and in order for everything to go right, so that when you get on the court, everything works and you're able to win a game. The way for me is to be very vocal. So when I'm on the court, I talk a lot. I help them out when they're lost, and that for me works. That works the most.
Okay.
Kings on one! 3, 2, 1, Kings!
Hi, Mr. Faucher. This will be an interview about you being a coach of the KES basketball team. Okay, so the first question is, what is your expectation of the team this year?
Dude, you're supposed to wake me up. So anyways, yeah, so I realized that the closest parking spot isn't the best spot to have. It's closer to the where you put the cart back. Yeah, because nobody wants to. Oh, sorry, somebody's here. I gotta go. Okay, thanks, bye. Sorry, just another important phone call. Deputy head, you know, it's important stuff.